Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is a Let's Make video, and what we're making today is we are making this super wonderful Christmas easel card. This was inspired by the Rockefeller Center, New York City Rockettes, and I saw one of their Christmas outfits and thought, oh my goodness, the corset die would be like the perfect thing to replicate that. And that's what inspired me to create this Christmas card. And so it was their outfit. It's like candy striped with hints of green. It was so adorable. I was like, oh my gosh, I bet I could create something similar to that. And so made my own paper and then embellished this in the Christmas fashion. I thought it just came out so stinking cute. And then added this little faux fur trim down here and thought that just like tipped it off. It just turned out so darling. Look at this. Is that not the cutest thing ever? Oh my good night. How adorable is that? So we're going to make this paper back here. I'll show you how. And then you just do it up with a couple different colors of metallic foil, a little bit of lace and some embellishments from the Christmas greetings embellishment kit. And oh my goodness, you have the cutest easel. It's super large and in charge and awesome for Christmas time. I think somebody would get a kick out of getting this, especially if they like lived in New York City or something like that, where obviously the Rockettes are very well known. And they'd be like, oh, they probably would be like, oh, that's inspired by the Rockettes. How cute is that? Like just super fun. So this one says, for you this Christmas, and wishing you happiness and cheer for the most wonderful time of the year. Right? Isn't that so pretty? I think it's so cute. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So there it is. That's what we're making. So I thought it's going to be kind of a long video, so you might want to pause and get a beverage, get some snacks or something, and hang out for a little bit. We're going to replicate this, and I'm going to show you how to make the pattern paper if you're interested in sticking around. So basically, you need the from Anna Griffin Create 10, you need class 8. Class 8 corset album dies. And so that's the dice that we're using. We're using the Christmas cardstock, the Anna Griffin Christmas cardstock pack is where we're getting the paper. The one for the pattern I'm actually using is out of the snow globe kit with some of her ivory cardstock, Anna Griffin ivory cardstock. But I am using this one piece out of the snow globe cardstock and embellishments. I'm using this one. I really like how this plays off the ivory. It makes it a nice bright candy cane stripe, and I think it's super cute. But the Christmas cardstock pack has several patterns that are red and gold foiled that would be absolutely adorable as well. You don't have to use this one. You could just stick with the pack if you don't have the snow globe, and it would be super cute anyways. So there is that. The other thing that you might want to pick up is the faux fur chunky yarn trim. This I got off of Amazon. It's Mary Hatch chunky yarns. You get 2 big rolls, I think around $10-ish. You'll need some 1/8-inch red ribbon with some gold blingy accents on it. This is 1/8-inch. You could probably get it at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, anything like that. I have gold eyelets, and I think that's about it. And everything else, and I said Christmas greetings embellishment on these, on everything that adorns it, that's extra, and that's about it. And then I used the card centric compendium dies for the place to write on the inside, except I forgot that there were dies that were with the set to make the album part, and that was the only reason I used those. And then when I was putting the die set back, I was like, oh, I could have used those. So you don't have to have that one, although this one's really fun, and I really like how it looks. I'll probably do that again, but you could just use the frame dies that came in this kit, so you don't need anything for that either. So you could just keep it really simple on supplies that you do need. So there it is there. So let's get started. So we want to cut a piece of cardstock that is going to fit our outside layering die, this one here. And so I measured it, and it was, you need a 7x8 piece of ivory cardstock. So let's go ahead and let's grab our, let's push that out of the way a little bit. Grab our, whoops, sorry, it's so noisy. I want to keep this, I'm going to put this aside so we can use it as inspiration. And, Yeah, this thing came out so cute. I'm so excited about it. I'm meeting up with the girlfriend for lunch this next weekend, and I was like, oh my gosh, she would get a kick out of that. I'm going to make an envelope to put it in and make some stuff to go with it, which will be super fun. And, but yeah, I think she'll, what a great time of year to be hanging out with friends and stuff, to be able to make special things and give away. Oh my gosh, I'm just loving it. So 7x8 is what you need for your cardstock piece. Let's just double check that and make sure that we're going to get that out of this. I'm thinking that is barely going to fit. You're going to probably want to do 7.5 by 8.5. Oh, I could get it to work, but I don't want to risk that. If you're going to go to all the work to paper piece it together, okay, so scratch that. 7.5 by 8.5. Let's be sure we have it. Let me grab another piece here. I was like, oh, we could get away with that. Nah, you're going to go to all the work. What if it shifts, right? You don't want to, like, have a snafu in the die cut machine just to find out that, oh, you were just like 1/8 of an inch short. So I'm going to go 8.5 by 7.5. And let's see. Oh, yeah. See, that's like perfect. Okay, there we go there. Okay, so that's all you need. You don't need the... Oh, you save one of the pieces. And you could cut the layering piece out for the inside of the card. You will need something for that. And let's see. So now what you want to do is you want to take your cardstock. So whether you're using the one from the snow globe to make it exactly the same, or you use a piece out of the... so what is this? Out of the Christmas cardstock pack. This one's 5.5, and I didn't even use the whole thing of this one. And all I did was I cut strips that were 1/2 inch and then 1/4 inch. Were they 1/2 inch or were they? I know I did 1/4, so let's just do 1/4. Let's just do 1/4 ones for now. Let's do about. Let's do about 8 of these 1/4 inch ones. So, one. I just cut a whole bunch of strips is all I did. And then, and I cut them in 2 sizes, and then I alternated them. That was literally all I did. And then you just glue them down. You just want to make sure to glue them down pretty good. So that way, let's see, how many is that? Pretty good. So that way, when you go to die cut it out, like if it's on the edge, the pieces don't fall off. Is all. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's do one more. Let's go 3. Okay, so that gives me 8 1/4 inch. And so then let's do, and actually I think I did 3/8 on the other ones. So let's go 3/8 on those. And then 2, 3, kind of just guessing a little. 4, 1/4, and then I think I got down to here, and I just did like 1/8 of an inch. You just need like 1/8. You need 1/8 of an inch strip, and this is your spacer, is what it is. This one's gonna be your spacer. So keep your 1/8 inch strip. You're gonna alternate these and all of these, and then this one's going to be your spacer strip, and you end up with like a piece that's 1 inch and 1/8 left over. So like you don't use the whole thing. So keep those in 2 separate piles so you can alternate. And just put this one to the side, and you can use this for something else like a rosette or something like that. And I'm just actually going to put it with my cardstock pack. Okay, so let's get this big giant cutting thing out of the way. And get your art glitter glue or whatever it is you're going to use to adhere your strips down with. Yeah, so it was 3/8 and then 1/4 inch. And then I started with a 3/8 inch one, and I literally just layered it like this. Corner to corner, I just glued it down. On that other one though, I noticed that I needed more glue. Because I did have a couple pieces at the very edges fall off. But the metallic actually covered it up. But just in case it ends up on like the edge, you do want to make sure you have a significant amount. You don't want it to be making a mess or anything. But you do, you want it to be on there. So go from corner to corner diagonally and start that way. And then all you're going to do is you're going to then take your 1/8 inch strip. You're going to place it next to this one. You're not gluing it down. And then you're going to take a 1/4 inch strip and you're going to glue it right next to that one and then peel the 1/8 inch out. And that's what's going to give you your nice spacing. So it's even the whole way. And that is literally all I did. Whoa. And so the only change I'm making to this one is making sure to put a little bit more glue. So when I put it down, it will, it'll be nicer. And honestly, if we were strategic about this, we could have made it seamless with the snowflakes. And we would have made it seamless with the snowflakes and kept them all in order and just rotated. But that was going to be really hard. I was like, how much work do I really want to go to? Not that, not that much. So then we're going to switch to the other side. And we're switching so that way we stay on the same, fat, skinny, or, wide, narrow. And so this is going to be a narrow one. 1/4, 8, 3/8, 1/4, 3/8 type deal. So you can know you're on the same one. Because you're alternating widths is what you're doing. You're putting the same width on each side of the previous one, but you don't want to glue your 1/8 of an inch down. Oh my goodness, I made that look harder than it is. Of course, because it's in front of the camera. Oh my heavens. Okay, so now you're going to go with your wide one, your 3/8 inch size. On each side, you're going to do that. And so here we go. And then I can actually just continue with this. You guys don't actually have to watch this because it's literally just gluing pieces down. Not that difficult. And I might have a better chance of not making a giant mess of this if I'm off camera. This is seeming like it wants to be a challenge on camera. Oh, but when you're gluing these down though, you do want to pick a side where you're just barely going over and the rest of it hangs off on the other end, because you're going to end up using the pieces that get cut off. So there is that. So we're doing another 3/8 because we have one there. We want to do one here. We want to keep it even. Okay, well, while I'm gluing these down, alternating, so I'm just going to keep this one just barely off the edge and let all my overhang come to this side. Yeah, I got a crazy story. So the other day, I made a delicious stir fry for dinner. It was so good, and I had waited. I didn't end up having an afternoon snack because I knew I was making stir fry, and I had been waiting for a few days to make it. I was going to make it, and then something, how just something comes up, your plans change, yada, yada. Well, that's what had happened, and it got pushed off for a couple days. So I'm like a drooling, waiting for this stir fry, right? And so perfect timing. I get a chance to make it. I get it all made, and oh my goodness, it smells amazing. It turned out like the sauce was like really good. One of the best sauces I had made, and whatnot. Anyways, get it all made. We uh get dished up, sit down to eat dinner. Um, take my first bite, and my tooth hits something hard, like crunch, like ow. I'm like, what the heck? I thought it was a rock. You know how sometimes in your rice you can get, when you make rice or you make beans, like you do beans, you'll get occasionally you get a rock. I thought that's what had happened, that there was a rock in the rice or something. And so I'm like carefully trying to get this rock out of my mouth, and get it pulled out, and all of a sudden I noticed that, oh gosh, it's not a rock, it's glass. There was glass in my stir fry. I was like, what the heck? This is crazy. And so I thought, okay, well, I like spit everything out of my mouth, obviously, and go to, and thought I had it all out. Well, there was still like little tiny shards of glass. I had been rolling it around like in my mouth. I thought it was a rock, trying to get it out of my mouth. And anyways, there were more shards of glass in my mouth. And I'm like, oh no way, what the heck? And anyways, I cut the whole top of my mouth up with this darn piece of glass, and I don't even know where it came from. I don't know if it came from the rice or it came from the vegetables, because I use frozen vegetables, and like when I do stir fry, because I'm always in a hurry. It just goes so much quicker. Anyhow, I don't know if it came from that. I checked the bottles, I checked everything, like the soy sauce and stuff that I used in it. Nothing. No, there, like the tops weren't chipped or anything. There was like no place it could have come from. So I have no clue where these glass shards came out. Anyways, long story short, the first bite I had to spit out, and then John didn't even get to eat any. We had to throw it all out because we don't know where the glass came from. It was so stinking sad. It was so sad. I was like, no way. And I was starving too. We ended up having peanut butter and jelly for dinner, which wasn't unfortunate, but it was not what I was like looking forward to. You know how like you make one of those dinners where you're just like looking forward to it like the whole day? This was one of those days. It was not to be though. Not to be. Yeah, it was very sad. And yeah, anybody have that happen? Like you get some weird thing in your food? Like what the heck? Shards of glass. Who would have known? So then, oh, I shouldn't have put glue. You want to like pay attention, not like I'm doing, where I'm just willy-nilly. You don't have to put glue all the way to the end. You can just like eyeball it and put it where you know it's going to go. And anyways, yeah, crazy. It was so crazy. So the other thing we're going to do here too, because we're getting to where there are these long pieces. Oh shoot, I did it again. I'm yapping. You don't have to put the glue all the way at the end, but we can actually now cut these pieces off because we can use those. I only have one more of this one. I'm going to put it on this side of this wide one. So I'm going to put this on this side. Over here. And I'm just going to put it to, I'm just going to put the glue like right to there. Yeah, this isn't so bad. You just take your time. You could probably do this while you're watching TV. It just takes a couple of minutes. A few minutes. Okay, now let's go ahead and cut these off. And then save all these pieces because you'll use them. Let's see, I need my scissors. But if you've been gluing on top of your no-stick mat, you'll probably want to wash it off so you don't get schmutz everywhere. So we're just going to do this. And I'm not going to worry about those other ones. They're pretty short. You might have to cut out a couple more rows, but for the most part, I didn't have to on the last one, but you don't know how they all end up. And my other one was like pretty willy-nilly. I just was randomly putting pieces down. So let me see if I can get this one to go over here. It's going to be perfect. Okay, so let's get this 1/8 strip. And you don't have to go all the way to the edges because you're cutting something out of this, which makes it really nice. So then you can flip these to where the edge matches up to the edge. And then, and that way, if it doesn't go all the way to the end, it's not that big of a deal because you're cutting it off anyways. Oh, like so. So you don't need to worry about that because it's not even going to go that far. Okay, and now we can do 1/4 inch up here, and we're going to do these long ones, and that should get us to where we can start using up all these other small ones. But I'm going to measure. We're only going to here. Whoops. Like that. All right. And then we'll put the last 1/4 inch full strip down here. Down here. We'll go right to there. See, it's not even like, excuse me, it's not even like halfway. And you could actually, like, alternate that 1/8 strip could actually be another color if you wanted it to as well. Like, that would be super fun. Like, if it was green, that would be fun. So let's snatch off these here. And then we can use those 2 long ones. Oh, let's see, we're out of 8. So let's just go ahead and... can this go somewhere? Not yet. So let's go ahead and just use our 1/4 inch. And it's just pattern, so you don't have to worry about if it's, you know, perfect or not. If it's not, the reason to alternate is just because it adds interest. It just makes it fun. So we're gonna go to glue to there. Yeah, because the pattern on the Rockette's outfit was actually like really wide. It was like super wide. So then let's put this other one down here. And that way we're still the same. So we got 2 1/4 inch to the 3/8. So then this one will have another quarter inch to the 3/8. Oh wait, where were we supposed to go? There. Yeah, but isn't that weird? Like, oh my gosh. I can't believe I got glass in my stir fry. I was so bummed. What's the weirdest thing you've ever found in your food? Mine had always been like a rock because of beans. Because if you make fresh beans, you get little rocks in there sometimes. Or the occasional worm in cauliflower or something. It wasn't ever anything. Ooh, there's a piece. That one will fit there. Oh, we need our 1/8 strip. We need our gap. Oh, yeah, but that one will go there. Oh, that's perfect. I sure have been having fun making Christmas projects. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully you guys got to see my, my gift card video that I made. That one was stinking fun. That was one of the first projects I used the faux fur on. Oh, I had so much fun doing that one. Yeah, that was a blast. Oh, cool. We're going to finish up. It's going to be perfect. I'm just making sure I'm getting glue like on most of it. So when you smush it down, you have it'll spread out and it'll glue the whole piece down. Okay, come on now. What's wrong? There. I don't know why that one was grouchy. Okay, perfect. And let's see, what else do we have? Let's do another one here. We're just going to start using up these little strips here. All these little pieces. And then just put it to where the angle matches, right? And we're almost done. And then I think this will get us just about to the end. Yeah, this one will get us to the end. Woohoo! We're done with that side. So there was only one we had to skip a 3/8 one on. There was only one section that we had a double quarter, which I think it still looks cool. So now let's add some of these guys. So this is 3/8, so this will be a quarter. And I think there's one more little 3/8 inch guy. And it doesn't matter if they have a little glue residue on them. You're gluing them down anyways. You won't even notice it. And then when you go to cut it out, it'll emboss and you won't even see it. So here's a 3/8 one. Right? Last one. Woohoo. See? That many, and that's all you needed. And you just had one repeating, and that was all. So no big deal. The rest of it all ended up the same. Right? There's our pattern paper. So now let's see what our die looks like. We're cutting these two out, though. We're going to cut these two out. And the Rockettes goes like this. So we're going to go this way. Did I do it again? I did it again the wrong way. Farfignugan. I did it again. Shoot. Oh, it's okay if it doesn't go the right way. It's just, oh, I put the diagonal the wrong way. It's supposed to go the other way. That's okay. It's inspired. It doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. It's okay if it goes the opposite way. There you go. It's gonna, if you go the other way, that's how theirs is. Like the difference. So this one goes this way. That's how theirs was. Whereas this one goes that way. And I didn't make the paper long enough to where I could turn it. This one I made long enough to where it would turn. It was taller. I might be able to get it out of that, but I don't think so. I don't think so. And honestly, I don't want to risk it. I went to all that work to do that. I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to let it go the other way. It'll be fine. And now I'm going to put this on my large cutting mat. And we are going to cut this out. It's going to be adorable. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. So you just want to line it up and make sure you're like straight on there. And so your pattern's like nice. And so I'm going to put this on my large cutting mat and I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. It's fun when you make your own paper and then you get to see what it is, right? Oh my gosh, didn't that turn out great? That is darling. Still candy cane striped. I love it. Okay, so let me clean out all the little pieces on the top here. Just punch those all out really quick. I didn't want to risk, like doing it twice just in case, because of the paper and all. But let me clean this up, pop that one off. I'll be right back. Okay, we have our 2 pieces. Look how cute are these, right? Aren't they fun? Okay, so we've got those. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and cut out, you need both sides of the intricate die cut out in red foil. This is Michael's red foil, so it's the shiny stuff. Then you just need the bottom portion and the top portion of the little ruffle piece on the top and the bottom in green and gold. And we're going to use this one. We're going to cut out this so we get the red down the middle. And that is going to layer on top, is why we have to have the whole one. But this one, I'm actually just going to cut this in half and run it on the top and then the bottom. I'm going to do like that. I'm going to line it up and do like that. And then this one, let's see. If I just cut a piece about the same thickness, I don't have to use this whole. So that gives me that one for there. And then I'll have one for the bottom. And then I can save the rest of this gold for something else. And so save this piece. Oh, actually, you need this for the back. So your small piece of ivory and this will be, you can cut these 2 out for the inside of the card for where you write. So save those 2 for that. Okay, and now let me run all these through and I'll be right back. And actually, if you turn your foils sideways and cut on the 8.5 side, you can actually save like a really good chunk of the foil at the end to cut stuff out with. But when you do your X-Acto knife, or just use scissors. Oh my heavens, what have I done? This I didn't press hard enough, obviously. Oh my goodness, I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be. Jeez, it'd have been faster to use scissors. I was just trying to save this piece. Okay, we got it. Perseverance. Okay, I'll cut all this stuff out. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we got to do, since we have that done, we have to do our layers. And I actually ended up having to ad lib. I ran out of the cardstock. That's this pattern here in the Christmas set. It's different though. Like, we're gonna use this one. This one's out of the Lucky for All. The Lucky for All. The St. Patrick's cardstock pack is where this one is, but the one that I used on this one, which I really like, is the one out of the Christmas cardstock pack. So it is the same. It's the same pattern as this, but it has this pattern on the other side, which I like it because it doesn't compete with the foiled elements, and it just allows them to pop. Everything allows everything to pop off the background. But this is a nice alternative since I don't have the other one. And so I'm going to use this one out of the St. Patrick's Day, the Lucky for All paper crafting. And this is still going to be my back, and this is going to be the inside. And I think it's going to look like really nice still anyways. But what we need to do is we need to cut a layering for our corset to sit on. And so the background of behind this one, these, is actually the back of this. So I'm just going to cut this out of this. And then I'm actually just going to cut out a piece. I'm going to trim a 7-inch wide by 12-inch off of this one. And then I'll be right back. Cut this out, trim this down to 7 inches by 12, and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you get this one cut down to 7 by 12, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to flip it over. So this is the front side, so to speak, of the card. It's not really, but we're going to say it is. And because this is the side you want to score on so we can fold it, you're going to want to score at 1/2 inch. On the 12-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then you're also going to score at 4 inches. And then you're going to fold on the 4-inch one. And this is what is actually going to make our easel. You can fold this one, like fold it in, like that, but you want to leave it out like this, like that. This is the easel part once we get it all cut out. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut our base. So to cut the base, the easel base, you want this to be folded at the 4-inch, so keep it folded over. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the layering die here, the big die, and we're going to, well, let's see. We want to go ahead and line this up to where we just have a little bit above the fold, above our fold line there. I want to say maybe 3/8 of an inch on each side there on that little scallop portion. About 3/8 of an inch gap on each side. So you still want to cut the V out here. And you just want maybe a 1/2 inch from the bottom. You just want to center up that really nice. Make sure it is all like nice and even. And you have about a 3/8 and a 3/8 inch gap on each side like that. And that should do it there. So let me pop the top on that since that's where I want it to be. And I'll run this through. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is our card base. And this is what it looks like. So it's going to easel up. So when we get her on there, she'll be like this. Oh, here. It'll go like this. So that's the front of our card. And then it will easel. It'll open like that and then easel up like this. Like, right? That is going to be pretty good. So there we go there. Okay, so now we're done die cutting, I'm pretty sure. We're actually done die cutting, and now we can just assemble. Assemblage. We are almost done. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take care of our panels. So, okay. Let's pop this over here. And we want to doll up our panels here now. And so what you want to do is you want to, on the gold and on the green, you're going to cut. So this is the top scallop and this is the bottom. You're going to cut on just the gold and the green, these two colors. You're going to cut the little scallop off. And these are going to be our layering pieces. So there's like these sweet little scallop. You're going to cut under that on the solid emboss line all the way over, like this. And this does not have to be perfect because it's going underneath, and then you can discard that. So that's on the top, and then this is going to be on the bottom. So there again, there's those like little scallop pieces. You're going to cut on the solid emboss line right below those. And there again, we're layering these, so you don't have to be too particular about it. The red is going on the top of both the gold and the green. So we're going to do the same. So right there on that solid, right below those pretty little scallops. Right to the corner like that. So you should end up with something similar to that. And here the same. Right below those pretty scallops on that solid embossed line to the corner. And you should end up with something like that. So you should have all the little scallop pieces. Like that. See those little scallop pieces? You should have all those. Okay, and I'm going to do the other ones and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you get that pile done, what you want to do is you're going to do these red ones now. And we're going to do the same thing. We do want to be a little bit neater on this one since it's layering on the top. Excuse me. And our goal is to cut on that same solid-ish emboss line right below those scallops. You're going to cut there, but you're only going to cut to the corner right there. Then you're going to follow this straight line all the way up this side of those buttonholes. They're not buttonholes, but the eyelet holes, all the way up to the corner up there. And then you're going to come on that solid line right below those pretty scallops all the way to the corner there. So you should have one solid piece. So let's go ahead and do that. And if you are using Michaels can be a little bit finicky. You don't want to handle it as little as possible, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And because the red does like to rub off. And then I just use my scissors to line up on that straight emboss line. So that way, that helps me to stay straight on that, to get as straight of a line as I can. And then right to the corner. So you should end up with something that looks like this. And so let me do the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what you want to do is we're going to start gluing our little ruffled pieces together on these two. And you want to glue all these pieces together before you put these on this, because this layer is on top. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your gold, keep your long ones together, and you're going to layer the gold on top of the green, and then you're going to layer this under this. And basically all I do is I just line up the scallops. So here, let's just do it. So I put the glue on top of those little scallop detail. And then this one, for the most part, ends up at the bottom of the holes. You line them up basically at, does this one go to this one? You do want to make sure you have the right one to the right one. And yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah, make sure you have the right one to the right one. And then the bottom of that scallop basically lines up with the bottom of the gold holes. And all you're looking for, and you'll probably want to put this on a block, you're just looking for essence of just a hint of green. Just a hint of green is all you're looking for. It doesn't have to be like an extravagant amount at all. And so then you'll want to put a block on that for it to dry. Oh, especially while you're doing the other one. So then get your other one. And yeah, I should have said you do want to keep the pieces together, because they don't match up. I should have said that. Sorry. So yeah, so just line up the scallops, and then that scalloped edge should go right to the bottom of the holes. It doesn't always, but for the most part. And you're just going for essence of, so it does not have to be perfect by any means. So like that. And don't worry if you get a little glue on it. It'll rub off. It'll rub off. Don't worry. Okay, and I'll pop this under. And then do the same, but let's line these up a little bit better than I did before. Okay, this goes to this one here. Yeah, this goes to this one here. And it's going to go like that, I'm pretty sure. And let's make sure these match up. Oh, yep. And then those go to that. Okay, so put some glue on this one. And you'll have to clean up the edges a little. But after I get them glued, I just snip them off real quick. It's not a big deal. So you're going to go like that. And now this one looks like this. And it's okay if it looks like that. But let's get it under the block so it adheres together. It's just essence of. You just want a little highlight of green. Because the little Rockettes, their little outfits barely have any green. It's just a super cute little wow factor. And I think it just adds to the Christmas cheer. It just makes it feel more like Christmas. It's super cute. So let's get this under the block here as well. We'll let those dry for just a second. And let's see. Yeah, we'll let those dry for just a second. Oh, and so while these are drying for a minute, let me put the pen back in my glue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these pieces over, these red ones. Try not to crunch them. I should have been a little bit more delicate with them. But in between all the little eyelet holes, I'm going to put 1/4-inch score tape. You'll want to be really careful when you're doing this because the metallic will rip. But I'm just going to put 1/4-inch score tape in between it all. And the reason I'm using score tape is because metallic has a tendency to show glue. Like it will show a glue streak in it, and I want mine to stay smooth, so I'm going to use score tape to adhere the middle down. But the scalloped portion, I'm just going to use glue. So I'm going to go ahead, press this all down. Make sure that I'm not over. The adhesive is not over the little holes. And I should have made sure that all my, I noticed I had a couple of gold, on the gold scallops that they had their, I didn't clean out all the holes. You do want to make sure that, because it does look better if it's all nice and pretty, to where there are all the little hole details. The eyelet details are cleaned out is a lot prettier. So just be careful when you're doing this, because I did kind of wrinkle that a little bit. But these should be good to go now. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to layer these on here. Like so. And so these, how you tell what side goes to what, there's a little straight piece. See that little wide straight piece? That goes to this side. So let's put the glue. Whoops. Oh, and I need my big block too. Let's put the glue on the little scallop piece there like that. And then line this one up. And remember, it's just essence of, it's just a fun little detail. We don't have to be persnickety about this. Make sure to rub off your excess glue there. Just essence of. Okay, once you get that on, whoops, and it looks pretty good to you, put your block on it and let it glue down. That looks good. Okay, I'm going to get my big block, and I'm going to do the same on all these other ones and glue them on. I'll be right back. Okay, once you have that, it should look like this. How cute, right? Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to peel off, get the piece that you're going to line it up on. You're going to peel, the backers off of the score tape. And then you're going to apply glue just to the little eyelet trim. And not to that piece there. You can add glue to like the tops of the score tape. So that way you can shimmy it if you need to. And then here. Okay, and then this one is going to line up. So I'm just going to line up the holes and the edge. The holes and the edge are definitely the guide. And then once I feel like that is where I want it to live, I'm going to press the seam down, and then these are just going to be where they're going to be, and I'm going to drop the block on those like that. And that's all there is to that. Okay, so let me do the other one. I'll be right back. Okay, so once you get that done, you should have something that looks like this. Right? Isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, like these are just darling, aren't they? Isn't that just stinking fun? Gosh, that's so cute. That is like, doesn't that look like Rockette Christmas? I think it's so cute. So now what we want to do is we want to add our little eyelets. I got these off of Amazon, and these are These are large eyelets is what these are. And so I'm literally just going to go and pop one of these in each of the holes, taking my little glue schmutz along the way, rubbing them off. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh wait, nope. I'm going to pop these on, use my crocodile, squeeze a little, not too tight, so that way they don't like bulge out. You just want them enough to where they don't come out. And really easy. So I'm just using the large and the large. So the B and the number 4. Is that B and number 4? Or D and number 2. The side says D and then number 2. And this side says B and number 4. So I guess that's what you want to see when you're doing it. And then you put the post down into the eyelet and then you just squeeze. And that's all there is to putting eyelets in. They're really simple if you have a crocodile. The other way, you have to like pound them with a hammer and stuff, which takes a little bit more time, but it's definitely doable. And the kit actually comes with the stuff, comes with the little pieces that you need to do that. So the crocodile is so much faster. It's like, right? Why not use it? Yeah, like how cute does that make that? Oh my gosh. So let me go ahead and like finish all these and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you get that done, you should have 2 pieces that look like this. And now what you need is you need your 1/8 inch trim. And I do like this. Oh, that looks about good enough. I have no idea what you're going to need. This is probably an obnoxious amount. And it doesn't bother me because it makes it easy. But I did learn a trick about like getting them all laced up. Getting them to look like this to where they all had crosses in them. You have to go back through. You have to go back through the holes. I know this covers up like half of them, but see how there's 2 X's next to each other. You have to go back through the holes, and so let me show you how you do that. So I don't attach them to anything first. I actually weave this through. I do all the lacing up first is what I tend to do. So I'm gonna get them to where they're even, so that way when we're finished with them, they'll be even. And the cool thing about using 1/8 inch with eyelets, they slide really nice. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go back through, take the opposite one. So this is on this side, and you're going to go through the other side. You're going to go back up through the other side. And when you go through, what you're trying to do also to make it look nice is that the ribbon is all laying flat. So you'll want to twist it all around to where, see, like this is all jinky. You want to twist it and then pull. Not too tight, because there is a gap there. There is a gap, like these touch, but there's a gap down here. And actually these overlap a little by the time you're done. So you want it to look like this. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go crossways. You're going to take the opposite one and go across. Making sure that it's like nice and laying flat. Same with this one. Go diagonal. Like so. And then you're going to flip it over and you're going to go back through the other hole. So you're going to go back. You're going to go back through this one here. The opposite one. Like that. So that way you have a cross over there. And then this one's going to go back through this one. And you're going to, like I said, you want to twist it and make sure that everything looks nice. So then, like, you can still pull this tight, but you do want that gap. You do want the gap there. Okay? And then and so then what you're going to do is you're going to go diagonal. So this one, it's already wanting to be over there, is going to go in here. And see how 1/8 inch works out? It's like really nice for being able to put more than one ribbon through the hole, like super easy. So feed that through. And see we're starting to get that X. So now flip it over and feed it back through the opposite. So cross back over and go back in that hole. See, like that? Hey. See? Back through that hole. And then you're going to take this one, go back through this hole. It doesn't matter if it's crooked on the back. You kind of want it to be nice, but if it doesn't, like, let's not get crazy about this, right? Let's keep it simple. But see, like, right? It's like coming together. So now this goes across here, like that, and then like that. Oh, wait, twist it. You don't want it to look jinky. And if this does get tight, what we're going to end up doing at the end is we're going to end up actually pulling this, because inevitably it does get tight as you go up. It does keep getting closer and closer as you go up. The higher up you get up the eyelet holes, but that's okay. Let's see, where do we want that? That goes like that, and that goes like that. Okay, so let's flip it over and then go back through the same holes again. But we're going to end up actually kind of pulling the tension out when we do go to stick it down. So that way all of our eyelets, all the ribbon is taut in each of the eyelets, and it looks really good. It's not like lumpy and loose. Because you don't want it to be like super loose or anything. You do want to try to get it a little bit taut in each one. And then, okay, there we go. And then back through diagonal. And then you even do the same at the top. You even do the same. You're going to go back through and then tie it on the front. And I know it looks like it's crooked, but we're going to fix that when we go to lay the whole thing down onto the top of our card panel. And then flip it over. Go back through each of the holes. Hopefully I got enough. See, that's why I just get a bunch of ribbon. Is to make sure I have enough at the end on each side so I can tie a bow. Because I take a mile of ribbon to tie a bow. I need a bunch of ribbon. Especially if I don't want it to look goofy. Okay, we're almost there. Look, it's getting there, right? That's looking pretty good. So diagonal. Oh, come on, ribbon. There. Whoopsie. And across. Like so. And flip it over. And then at the top one, still we still have to go across. So that way we can tie it on the front. Like that. And then hopefully I have enough to tie a bow. Oh, wait. Pull that little guy back out. It's not behaved. You got to twist it up. There. And now, see, we're going to do like that. And we're going to hold it to where it's like nice. And then if it's, you can just keep pulling it. If it doesn't look good, you can like keep pulling it up. And then it'll tighten all the way back up to the top. Oh, but when you're doing it, make sure it looks good. You want to make sure it still looks good. Right? Okay, there we go. Wait. There. See, like that. And then we're going to pull it like this when we do go to stick it down like that. So now let's go ahead and tie a bow. And then, you know what I figured out when you tie a bow? I have to tie it backwards to what I'm thinking about. Like, I do it like this, right? When I tie a bow, I get a loop like that. And then I have a tendency to go over the top like this and then through. That's not how you do it. You go opposite. You go counterclockwise and then back through the back. And you tie your bow. And I think this is how left-handed people do it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, shucky darn. That didn't go well. Well, that's how I did it always before, not on camera. Darn you, camera. Stop looking at me. Pretty sure that's how it was done. Oh, yeah, see? Okay. We videoed that. It's real. It really happened. It's on camera. That's how you know it's real. This is not AI, people. This is not AI. Okay, so we're like that, right? Come on now. That's pretty cute. I wish it was a little bit more in the center, but it's not, and that's just all there is to that. Okay, so now you need your backer. You need this. So we're going to turn this over, and we're going to add a whole bunch of big dimensionals to this. And let's see. I'm using the Anna Griffin ones. Oh, am I out? Shoot. Okay, hang on. Let me get some. Okay, so what do you do if you don't have any more large ones? You use 10,768 small ones. That's equivalent to 50 large ones. And that's what we would have needed for the back of this. I'm sure is at least 50. Okay, but that's a little bit exaggerated. However, yeah, you need a lot of large ones or 10,000 plus small ones. And so what we want to do is I didn't make you endure that. You're welcome. So I took all the backers off, just randomly stuck them on there. No rhyme or reason. I should have spelled my name in it if I was going to be really fun. But now what I want to do is I want to center this up on the, my solid back panel. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold this. I'm going to pull it apart to put tension on that and make those all be like really nice and hold it out. And then I'm going to look up over and I'm going to line it up. Oh boy. But something to note is the fact that this is going to stick up above here and this is going to stick below here. So where you're going to line it up is at the curve right here, and on the sides is really where you're going to line it up at. So I'm going to have to move you a little bit so I can actually see. Yeah, forgive me if you don't see the proper eyeball technique here. I really want the card to look nice when we're all done. Because that was a boatload of work. Okay. So I was just pulling it apart as I was putting it on there. And now I'm just pressing it down. And I think that looks really good. And I'm not even sad about where the bow ended up. I'm actually going to trim those. And I think that looks really cool. And look how fun, right? We're just going to do that a little. I'm going to wait on that one. And so now we can adhere this to the card base. So what you want to do is on this little tab here, this little 1/2 inch tab, you want to put score tape on there or use glue. I'm going to use 1/4 inch, 2 rows of 1/4 inch score tape just because it is faster for me. This is Suk Wang. So it's like really good stuff. It'll adhere forever and ever and is really awesome. And so now you're just going to let that lay flat. And now you're just going to line this up over the top of your card base. Just this should match up to everything and you shouldn't even see this on the back. So I'm just lining it up down here with this little scallop and the top with that little scallop up there. And then making sure that the rest of this lines up, and then I'm going to press it. And right, oh my gosh, how cute. This is adorable. So open it up and press the tab. Right? Oh my gosh, like how adorable is that? And so now this is going to easel up like that. Right? That's so cute. That is so cute. Okay, so now what we want to do is we have to get some embellishments. So let me grab some of those out, and and then let me cut these out. And I'm gonna still use the card-center compendium, but you guys, if you don't want to get another die set out, use what's on this. I just really like how the other one came out. I love the little detailed, like the design of that edge from the scallop compendium. But look, there's all these dies. Let's see what actually I ended up having to use. I don't think this one's going to work. This one might be too big. You might have to use the ones from there because this could be too big. Yeah, that's way too big. And I don't think this, I don't, let's see where this goes here, but you could, I don't think this would be a big enough place to write. That's like a sentiment. So yeah, you do need something a little bit bigger. So I am going to stick with that. Okay, so you want to find something in your stash that you can make a frame that you could write on. So let's go ahead and get those dies. But let me cut them out, and I'll be right back and grab the embellishments. Hold on. Okay, so I got those pieces cut out. So this is the ivory, and then this is the larger gold. And I got score tape on the back of that. So I'm just going to line this up about in there-ish. And put that down. Press that down. And then this is going to get lined up in the top on the inside. So I'm just going to pop a little glue and pop this on the inside at the top. Like so. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Okay, loving that. And then now we need, this is going to be what adorns the front, but this is like really a lot. So what I want to do is I actually want to cut off a little bit. So I'm going to cut all the words off from around this flower. And I'm trying to keep it as nice as possible. Just making it look as neat as I can. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this part off. And that way we can, you know, not hide all the fantastic work we did on the corset, because that's really going to be the star of the show. And that's what we're really wanting to see for the most part. Okay, and that looks good. I think the other one came out a little better, but that's okay. Okay, and then this is going to be right here, right? That's going to be about there. And then we just need to add some dimensionals. So since we don't have any large ones, I'm thinking about 50 will do on this one. And just strategically placed. Maybe 75. I don't know. Depends on how secure you want this to be. I'm just teasing. There's like 20. And I think that is going to be just fine. Yeah, we're just going to make it to where it's like in here. Yeah, I think about right there. That's like super cute. And you can add glue to this to make sure that it's going to stay. I don't think you need any more than that. Any more than this. I think this is just fine. And if you add glue, it'll be there forever. So let's go. Let's make sure our little greeting is straight and it looks adorable. And I think this looks pretty fun. I think that looks really fun right there. Make sure our little ribbon comes out of there. And like, right, how cute is that? Okay, so now to decorate the inside, what we're going to do is I have these little, so we have our little faux trim. I turned my hot glue gun on. It's still on, so it's like working. I need to get rid of this though. And so what I've done, I have this out of that same greetings, Christmas greetings embellishments. wishing you happiness and cheer for the most wonderful time of the year. I added single layer of dimensionals on the bottom, and then up on the top, I added a double layer. And that was so that way it gave me a really nice stopper mechanism. And there again, if you want to make sure this is going to stay forever and ever, put glue on those. And then I'm just going to line this up in the center a little bit away from the edge, about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch, and down the center like so. And I think that looks really good. So now our stopper is going to work really good. Right? Oh my gosh. Right. Yeah, that's awesome. So then we're going to add here these 2 poinsettias out of that same embellishment pack. And it's seeming like I miscalculated on where I needed my adhesive. Okay, so that seems like it's gonna fit there, and that looks really good, right? That is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and adhere those down. And then all we have is the trim. And this is pretty cool, right? So, like, all in all, I would say this probably took about... Oh, I forgot the pen and my glue. I would guess it... yeah, oh yeah, it's a long video. So, I'm guessing this, like, realistically, how long this took was probably about 2 hours to put this card together. But, I mean, what a fantastic card, right? To be able to give to somebody. And don't you think they would get a kick out of that? Like... I think they'd think this is, like, pretty stinking fun. Well, actually, you want to do it on the side that you're going to hide anyways. If it's being wily. There. Snatched a little corner. Okay. And... let's see. I don't want it to stick off the card. But I do want as much of the poinsettias to stick out as possible. And I think that's gorgeous. Okay, so now, if we wanted to, we could actually... Nah. Okay, so now we just have to adhere this to the bottom edge with hot glue. So what I like to do is get the flat side all ready. Get all the little fur part, like, pushed back. All going, like, the same direction. So, see, it's on its side and the little flat piece is up. So I just already whacked a chunk off that fun, chunky yarn. That furry yarn. See, so it's already like that. So let's do like that. And then we're just going to put a little bead of hot glue on that very edge. Oh, but I'm going to wipe the tip off. So that way I get, you know, strategic glue placement, not just a big glob somewhere. So I'm just going to... right on the edge. And you don't have to go the whole way. You could just go, you know, just go a little bit. And then push it up into it and plunk it down right onto the edge. Okay? And once you get that part, you just keep going. We'll go that far. See? Right? Isn't that so cute? And then once you get to the end, all you do then is you just cut off the excess. And that is it. And you just want to be out to the very edge as much as possible. Reason being is so that way the outside of the bottom of the outfit, like, it looks like, right? It looks like trim on the bottom edge, and that's why you're trying to stick it all the way to the very outside edge as much as you can. But look how cute that looks on the back, right? That is darling. And then now you're just gonna cut the excess off, and we are finito. And now let's gaze at our handiwork. Oh my good night, how cute is that, right? That is adorable. And then you open it up, right? Absolutely beautiful. That is That is fun. That just looks like a beautiful Christmas scene right there. And then you easel up that gorgeous corset, and I think it's reminiscent of a the Rockette's outfit. I think it totally it reminds me of a Rockette, and I think it works. I think it's so pretty. What do you guys think? Does it look like a Rockette outfit to you? I think it does. And if you Google it, I think it's pretty. It's similar. It's definitely reminiscent of it. So, and even our new background paper worked. This is that Lucky Charm, or that Lucky, the St. Patrick's Day Anna Griffin cardstock, and the back I think still looks super cute, right? That is adorable. And even when it's sitting up on the table, like, right, super cute, super cute. That is adorable all the way around. I mean, I think that is so darling. What do you guys think? Will you make one? Would you use this for a Christmas card? I think it is darling, and especially for like your girlfriends and stuff. Even then, it looks like a Rockette. Somebody that lives in New York, right? That's like totally iconic of being in New York. I think would get a kick out of getting this for their Christmas card. It's super cute. And anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the bottom. If you are still here, you guys are awesome. And I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for hanging out. And until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.